window between this momentary fake winter that we've got going on at the moment and when the real winter hits. So somebody already got stuck in the snow and buried. But it's time to go see family. Go check on my mom and my dad. Visit with them for a little bit, because Lord knows, end up staying down this way and all that till the house sells. I won't be able to get out until like March at the earliest, unless the house happens to sell before then and I'll force my ass out of that place. I know one of the issues that I've been having these days right now, and of course I have a lot of them, and it's obvious at this point, and I'm not very happy about it because I'm very aware of it all. I just know I'm done having my head and emotions being fucked with by people. And it's like, just be fucking direct with me. Communicate your bullshit, whether you think I'm gonna like it or not, just fucking communicate. Because I'm not I might be able to read people, but I don't read minds. And I just don't appreciate my head being messed with and the people playing me stupid, thinking I don't know what I'm talking about, when they themselves know outright exactly what I'm talking about. I don't appreciate that shit. If I don't know where I stand with you, I'm gonna start getting pissed off with you if you're gonna start fucking with my head. It's like, just be fucking upfront, but don't fuck with my head. None of that stuff, and I don't think anybody deserves that. I think a lot of women have this fucking idea in their head that their men are fucking psychic. And same thing with a lot of guys out there. They seem to think that women are psychic or something and can read them. No, they're not. I mean, there might be, some of them, but you can't have anything functional. Friendship, a relationship with anybody, like friend, family, significant other, fiance, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend. You cannot have anything functional if you do not communicate and you think the other person is a fucking mind reader. And so it's like, I've given somebody, even though I know I just need to fucking walk away, because it's the same games over and over and over again, the same bullshit over and over again. It just does not fucking stop. And there's a reason why I made it very clear to them I'm not committed to them anymore, because I'm not taking the fucking lies and the half-truths and the manipulation, my head being fucked with, and just, stick by and keep taking it. I keep giving the opportunity, and it's like, it's not gonna change. Like, either they're completely oblivious to their shit, or they want me to think I'm that stupid and crazy. And it's like, no, I'm ready to move on with my life with or without you. That's where I'm at. And it's how it is with a lot of people with me at this moment. From friends to family to anything of that nature. Because, I'm not going to fucking stick by someone who's going to fuck with my head. And I made it very clear to them. It's like, if you really want, or wanting to try and make anything work or work things out, they gotta understand I'm not willing to be made out of third party. I'm not willing to be made to feel like I'm a third wheel. Let alone, I'm not gonna have somebody be playing deceptive right in front of me where I visually see it and try to play me for stupid because I'm on Spectrum. Like, when they pulled the shit they did and fucked with my head so badly for half our relationship at minimum, and the abuse that they fucking put me through mentally and every other which way outside of physical. If they went physical, they know downright they would be the ones who'd been getting in trouble and they wouldn't have been able to run away from it. It's easier to fucking hide the mental and basically it's easier to hide non-physical abuse than anything. You don't realize that the moment they fucking opened my eyes, the rose-colored lenses came off. I don't look at them the same way as I did 7 months ago before they pulled that shit. Before it all fucking came apart. And it's like, they really want to fucking be a part of my life, they're gonna fucking earn it. Just like anybody else is. Because at this very moment, I am picking and choosing who stays in my life and who's not. Because the moment I move, those who are not staying in part of my life, this is how we get to interact right here. I think some people think that mental abuse is a fucking game. That it's something that they can just do to control someone or break somebody down, and they do it for fun, and because they don't have a penis between their legs, they can get away with it. I'm ready to move on from all the shit, and at any given fucking moment, I can straight up vanish on someone, let alone multiple people. I already know it's not going to be easy. It's going to be really fucking hard. But I would rather go on my own and alone into the next, basically the next cycle of my life than fucking have people around that just fucking use me, manipulate me, lie to me, and deceive me. And then get mad at me when I fucking call their shit out. See how anybody can ever fucking have a functioning relationship with anyone if they don't communicate and all they do is fuck with people's heads and emotions, you know. And if you're in a relationship with like that, it's not going to change. I don't believe I'm getting to the point I don't believe that people who do that shit and do so fruitlessly and carelessly without any thought in what they're doing, it is impossible to ever have a relationship, a functioning one, with someone like that. They're not even willing to fucking try, to not even at least be aware of themselves. And if they are and they continue, it's, yeah, no. It's not somebody anybody should ever fucking be with. You don't fuck with people's heads and emotions to try and get what you fucking want. And then play them for stupid when they call you out on it. No, I already got anxiety just as is from this drive because I don't like doing this drive. I've done it so many times, so much, especially when I first got the house. I was making these 600-mile round trips every other fucking day. And all it got me was just a lot of fucking hell, a lot of abuse, and being made out like I was a piece of shit for doing what I was supposed to be doing. So making this trip, that for some reason, this particular trip, I get anxiety no matter what. I already know I'm going to have a bad anxiety attack coming back down because of not just the drive, but the fucking house. I don't look forward to going back there. I don't look forward to being there. I don't look forward to staying there. None of it. But I really don't have a choice. After going through a spout of an ex fucking with my head and emotions, and they just don't stop, and using me and cheating and lying and stealing and doing all this fucked up shit, to neighbors doing the shit that they did, there's nobody down there I can, 100% trust. There's the one neighbors that I appreciate. They've been actually really good people, and they have been keeping an eye on my place. Or, it's this single mom and her kids that live out there. It's been really pleasant on that aspect, and I do appreciate them. After they wish me a happy Thanksgiving and stuff like that, I keep forgetting to get back at them and all that stuff, and just let them know that I appreciate that they've been looking out, for me and my place, Even when I'm there, they know I'm just there. I just stay in the home. I don't go outside anymore unless I leave to go to town or take the dogs out, or in the morning when I step outside and all that, to at least get a little fresh air. Try and wake up. I want this roller coaster to stop. And when it's happened so much that you can't tell where right ends and where it begins anymore, like you can't tell. It's happened so much. It's like when you think it's done with, it doesn't stop. And it's not something I'm very proud of or happy about. And I already recognize that the only way I can make a lot of it stop is I have to sever ties with damn near everybody. And as I've been saying, there's an extremely few people that I will keep any connections with, and it's going to be people that didn't fuck with my head, that didn't fucking pull a bunch of deceptive bullshit and lies. The list goes on in that sense. It's like, no, I don't want to surround myself with people like that. I was taught a really fucked up, harsh lesson by all of them. And they know who they are. To the point I ended up becoming very, very hyper vigilant to that shit. And it's like, even people who, and this is the part I am guilty of because I have caught myself doing it a couple times, even people out there who are not actually like that, but they do something that remotely resembles or reminds me of those types of situations, I immediately react to it, whether it's like physically or verbally, or I just internalize it because it's like I'm still processing the moment and going, okay, is this person really like this or not? And then because of that, it sort of makes things a little worse. And I'm not happy with the results and the effects of what happens, because I've got the receiving end of that fucking narcissistic abuse for so fucking long, and to have my reality just completely thrown in a fucking garbage disposal and blended up basically and washed away. It's like there's very few people in situations right now that I know what's real and what isn't. Where others, including some of my absolute closest friends, I don't anymore. And I'm slowly becoming recognize I have a bit of bitterness going on, and I'm not happy about that either, because I've never really ever been a bitter person. I used to be a really happy guy. I could get along with anybody, talk to anybody, all that shit. Even when I didn't like being in populated spaces, I could still tolerate it because I knew that a lot of the people that I was around. And it's just, besides the personal experiences I've had relationship-wise and stuff like that, and friendships and family, and then strangers out of the public, and then all the politics that have gone on that affected so many fucking relationships out there, I've sort of distanced myself in general from people, even over all that stuff. And it's like, all that just makes it harder and harder to kind of meet or make new friends. Let alone to get that kind of drive to do so. Because people are fucking cruel. You know? They have no remorse for what they do to you. It's just, they're not somebody that you really should keep putting your energy into. And for some reason, because of my nature, I'm stupid enough to allow somebody who keeps fucking with my head and emotions to keep fucking with my head and emotions. Even when I know what's going on, and they know it too. And it's like, stop. It's like, if this is the outcome you want, stop fucking with my head. Stop lying to me. Stop being deceptive. Stop playing the fucking games. And just fucking put it on the table. Because I just don't want any part of this shit at this point. I've had enough go on that I'm ready to say goodbye to damn near every fucking person I've ever fucking known. Thankfully, as quick as that, the snow's gone. From one side of the mountain to the other. And like I said, I've said it in another vehicle, it's only like 11-mile stretch you really got to worry about. But then when winter hits, it's like 20-30 miles. And then every now and then it goes all the way out into the next town. No, I found myself, I went to sleep last night stewing on some bullshit. I was trying everything I could not to. And there's down to trying to distract myself with basically thoughts of other people, places, and things, in essence. There's things I will not bring up because I'm not going to bring it up on this. I was doing what I could last night to try and keep my mind distracted before going to sleep, because I knew when I woke up, I knew I was going to wake up and it just wasn't going to be good. I'm tired of battling depression. I'm tired of it all. I'm hoping this week, while visiting with the city block. You're right here on one side of the block, and they're just right around the corner. It's like, sorry, I know it's like a 2-minute walk, but I'm just hoping it helps and all that stuff. Because yeah, just that house, just I really don't have much good memories at all in that house. That entire time I lived there was hell. And what few moments that I thought was good, I realized it was breadcrumbing, it was love bombing, it was being manipulated, it was being fucking lied to. And the idea that a quarter of my life was a big fucking lie so somebody else could feel better about themselves, it bothers me every day, and it's something I've been having trouble getting past. I was the sacrifice and the expense so that somebody else could feel better and get attention from other people and to feel wanted by someone else instead of the person they're doing it to. And it's like, yeah, as you notice, a lot of shit got re-triggered in me here recently, and if I had somewhere else to go and basically live, I would at this point. I'm tired. And at the same time, I just don't want to become someone else's burden. Because that's what I feel like right now. Is I'm just going to be a burden on someone else. And you know, it's just like a lot of friends and all that, the different ones that I've gotten back in contact with. Different ones are wanting to, you know, say hi, hang out, and stuff like that, but I've withdrawn, you know, from a lot of that in that sense where I don't even talk to them on the phone because I don't want to bring my drama and my bullshit to them. They don't need this at their house, basically. You know, so like when I go and see my one buddy and everything, I try everything I can. I do what I can to take and just ignore or avoid what I'm feeling or dealing with while there, because I don't want to bring that with me. You know, I don't like putting my burdens and my struggles on other people's plates. I might air my shit out here, but a lot of that is I really don't have anybody to talk to. And this allows me to let things out in a healthier way than just bottling it. I can't help it, all the oak trees that I drive by out here, you might catch a glimpse of them in the window as they go by them, and you'll see these tufts of foliage up in them, and it's mistletoe. And I can't help but think that every time I drive by them, that's what I think about every time. Like when I make this part of the drive, every time I see them, it's like, yeah, did you know mistletoe is a fungus that grows on oak trees, that type of stuff? Sometimes others. It's a parasitical plant. Stop and get fuel and whatnot. Make sure this is all topped off. mistake though when I went by the market yesterday and used the wrong card. Under all the stress, all the shit going on in my mind, I used the wrong card, which at this point I basically cut into my house payment. So I have to transfer some money into my bank account and all that, so that way I can make sure I don't fuck up on my house payment, or at least my bank account doesn't get fucked if it's not already. It's all the stress and all the bullshit, just everything piling up, and it's like, you know, there's not I'm very overwhelmed. So, as for now, I'm gonna leave this here. I'll probably do another later on here in a little while or something while I'm in the middle of this drive, because I just really, that is all I got to do for the next 4 to 6 hours. 4 to 6 hours. Yeah. Sorry, sometimes I have to repeat myself and try to make sure it comes out clearly, because in my head it sounds like the words are mixing together. Or not coming out right. But anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you guys are having a good day. And I'll ramble at you probably here in a little while or something. Because yeah, these drives are